Of course we were married, secretly in that Gnostic temple in the Jewish ghetto. I still wear the mark of that thick ring from a birth 2,000 years ago, the only real stigmata. I saved you from that cross with the labour of my body that Pilate loved and you willingly shared, knowing that it suited us all. It's true. Judas betrayed you, and they tried to crucify you. But Pilate and I had agreed you will be taken off the cross after a kerchief of opium made you faint as though dead from the loss of blood from the crucifixion. It was I and Mary, your mother, who took you to the cave, where you lay badly, though not fatally wounded for 3 days, then to get up well with fiction that you rose from the dead, Son of God. I played along with it all, as I loved you so deeply for what you gave me that no one had, love, respect for the good you saw in me, and your need for my love, when others wanted only my breasts, thighs, and their brief minutes of passion away from nagging wives. When you resurrected, as your disciples so cleverly called it, in fear of discovery, you wanted to leave Judea immediately, and for me to stay on. Pilate wanted me at least once a week, and you were afraid he will stop us both. It was then that you promised me you will never abandon me, and asked me to stay back till you and Mary, whom you could not leave behind, reached a safe haven in faraway Kashmir, where you had once been. You promised you will send Thomas to take me back to you with our 2 children. I was carrying your 2nd child. You wouldn't even take the first, named after John, who you knew had always been stronger, more learned in the occult arts and powerful, not deterred even in death. Then you left suddenly at midnight, without even a proper goodbye, just a warm, affectionate hug, but no sorrow in your eyes, as though you were now just leaving the prostitute, not your wife and the mother of your children, your protector and your local bank. I never rejected a single request. Maybe it was just your defence against hurt. Maybe it was just you. I never heard from you again. Your disciples made you into God, the Son of God. All the accolades you dreamt of but never enjoyed. That was your karma that continues to this day, where you are now always a stranger in someone else's land, despised foreigner, as you were then, hating this religion in your name, for it couldn't be more false. All this nonsense about virgin births and only Son of God. Like that of blindfolded Gandhari on noble Krishna, my sorrow follows you. The curses of 6 million Jews killed in the Holocaust haunt you and hold you back from your own liberation, let alone your saving others. Your sad, haunted face and that of Mary keeps appearing to sages, beseeching them, pleading for release. All that you now touch turns to ash. You cry for that religion which took you in. Foolish evangelists destroy, as they have done in Chile, Peru, of that glorious culture. A giant cross for you to carry now. You suffer breathlessness. Your ribs hurt with costochondritis, and your neck is twisted with 3 cervical vertebrae slipping each time a Christian priest offers a healing in your name. You have no home, no money left. You have no purpose, having learnt that your life is not what you have preached, that you can offer no one redemption from sin. Your soul is trapped in this horrible world unless the so-called Christians understand your plight and release you. For what I did, none of it bad in the eyes of the real God. I was born a princess, again and again. My children ruled over Europe till their descendants became evil, with the self-same theology to buttress them, and when thrown out in revolutions, their children became corrupt politicians waging wars only for money from sales of arm or the popular vote. Never mind the millions killed in your name for their greed. You became the biggest fake news of all. The start of crusader wars, colonies, and the fall of man. But I too, like you, for my part in that lie, still traverse this world, seeking my escape.